Welcome back. Huang, it's in your hands. Make sure you show proper respect. They showed proper respect. I also have one more thing to report. What is it? We found some footprints near the body. They're left within the area that looks like... They were left within the area that looks like a monster's footprint. And they were human footprints within the monster's footprint. That's an important detail. What kind of footprints? Sir, they were the footprints of a child, about the size of an elementary school student. What? Oh god, what was her voice? It was like Emma Skye, but without me holding the nose.
Huh? Huh? An elementary school student? Wait, could it be?
Who was that? Miss Nichols?
I'm so sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you. Please excuse my rudeness.
Is there something you want to say? What is she so scared of?
I'm worried that you'll think poorly of me, but... Please let me testify something. It's really important.
That's not something you need to be so worried about. What is it? Keep it snappy, we have places to be. That coffee's not going to make itself, Kay. Steam my milk, Gumshoe. I didn't mean that to sound quite so lurid as it did. I genuinely meant he just wants steamed milk in his coffee. He seems like the type, you know? And fuck, I'm the type. When I get fancy frou-frou coffees, I go for steamed milk. Ah, God, I suddenly want... See, I drink regular-ass coffee. You know, Americanos and, you know, regular... I take it with cream, but I will drink coffee. When I go to Starbucks, I splurge and get frou-frou fancy coffee, because I'm in a frou-frou fancy coffee joint. So, I usually get mocha fraps, and I'm suddenly in the mood for a mocha frap. I might get one after this recording session. Yes, that would hit the spot, actually. What is it?
Last night, I actually came here.
What?
Eek!
He makes a lot of people go eek, doesn't he? Why did you go... She works here.
Well, I got a little worried, so I stopped by to check up on John.
John? You mean John Marsh? As I thought.
Yes, last night, John stayed here late in order to practice by himself. Wow, he's really dedicated. Well, this movie is the first time he starred as the lead role, so I'm sure he wants to do his best.
She must have witnessed something last night. When was this?
If I remember correctly, I think it was a little past 10 p.m. It looked like it was going to rain, so I was getting worried, and I came to check up on him. And when I got here, well,
You saw something?
Yes. John was practicing by himself. And right above his head, I saw a long neck.
A neck?
Yes, its skin was really scary, almost like a reptile.
A long neck right above his head. Probably the Gordy prop, as I imagine there has to be one.
It was like the neck of a dinosaur. Whoa there, could that have been? Gordy?
God, Lotta, you've been down this road.
Last time I went hunting for it, it was bust, but I reckon this could be the real deal.
We're not anywhere near the lake, and it wasn't Gordy. It was a fucking inflatable samurai. That, god damn it, Butts. I swear to God, if he rears his face in this case.
What? So this time it's Gordy? That's right. I was really surprised.
God, this voice is terrible for my throat. Hers in particular, I mean.
After all, John is the boy who can communicate with Muzila. Yeah, that's right. Them horns of his let him hear that monster saying, right?
He's clearly wearing headphones, not horns, but alright, whatever.
Even so, he was looking up at Gordy's face and he was talking to it. It was like they were really friends. Doesn't that sound weird? You said it, sister. That's pretty damn strange, I reckon. That boy's a little traitor.
What? It seems she's got reality mixed up with the movies. Again. He might have just been method acting and using, like, the... First of all, that's clearly not the neck. That's just a crane with a sheet on it. Secondly, he might have just been method acting. Like, Musil is obviously going to be pointed up, so he'll need to be looking up at the camera. He's a giant monster. Maybe he was just practicing looking up at it, you know? Hey, Missy. Did you really see that?
Yes, but I was so shocked I immediately ran home after...
It's just a dude acting. What do you make of this, Mr. Prosecutor? Has another monster taken the stage? Agent Lang, do you really believe this absurd testimony? Ha 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 ha! I couldn't care less about the monsters. However, it looks like who we need to talk to next has been decided now, hasn't it? John Marsh. He was here last night. It's very likely he saw something, isn't it? Attaboy! John Marsh, we've got some questions for you. He's not that way. Ah, shit. It's just sort of my pose, you know?
John kinda left a while ago.
What?
Let's go after him.
Lotto, why? This is a crime scene. Who's that taxi driver? Looks like it could be an actual character in that cab. Where'd he run off to? He might have just went back home.
That's right. I mean, it doesn't look like they're going to get any filming done today.
Or he may have run away. He's an 11-year-old boy. Maybe 13, I can't remember. Oh, well, okay, we have an organizer. This exact question can be answered very easily. 13. Cool.
Aren't you overthinking things?
He's still a child. I can't imagine he could have murdered the president by himself. An accomplice to murder, absolutely. Kid's going down for that, doing hard time. By himself, I don't really... I'll draw a line there, Lang. Who said he was alone? Maybe that monster helped him. Lang, come on now. That boy can summon a monster to his aid, right? Very funny. I'm not saying the kid's definitely the culprit. But right now, he's the most prominent witness we have. So, we'll need to find that brat. Yeah, we will. Gumshoe! Ah, Mr. Edgeworth.
Ah, Gummy!
Aww.
He ran away.
What is the detective doing? It doesn't matter. It's not like I can rely on this country's police anyways. Agent Lang, do you intend to continue investigating by yourself? Yeah, that's right. You got a problem with that? You might as well involve Von Karma. I mean, she's also Interpol, right?
Didn't you always have a small army of subordinates with you before?
That's right. But you know, being a lone wolf isn't all that bad. You don't have to worry about your subordinates or partners. All you need are your fangs. Simple, right? Subordinates and partners? Well then, I'll be seeing you two. I want to see him do the glasses thing. That was so cool.
Things are getting really interesting. I reckon I'm about to get real busy myself. After all, I got me a pair of monsters to hunt. I'm definitely getting my hands on this scoop.
Fine. This is a silly run animation.
Things have gotten pretty crazy, haven't they?
Indeed. There's the footprints of Muzilla and now the shadow of Gordy. It's almost exactly like the movie.
How about we go monster hunting too?
Well, I would love to play Monster Hunter, but it needs to come to PC. Because I refuse... I hate playing that game alone. No one I know has the Wii U version. I hate playing it on handheld consoles because I feel like the stunning graphics and, you know, big open world are reduced and sort of made kind of shitty by the low res on the 3DS. So I hate the mobile ones. And currently the newest one out's only on PS4, and I refuse to pay for online or play alone because it's more fun with friends. So I'm fucking waiting for the PC version. It's very annoying. Isn't that?
Isn't that one of Lang's men?
He's one of Agent Lang's subordinates. We met him during another case. It's no one in particular. None of his subordinates except one who... Oh god, I can't remember. I remember her name was Castella Yu. I can't remember what she was posing as when she was Lang's subordinate, but spoilers for the previous game. Yeah, there's a reason she's not in this game anymore. Or in this series anymore, I suppose. Less said about that, the better, in case I do end up playing other Edgeworth games. I think the first Edgeworth game would be fun for me to play, because it's probably... I don't like Paul Justice, so I'm not willing to play that one. I've played all of the Phoenix Wrights relatively recently, like within the last 2 years. And I do mean all of them, the originals and the new ones on the 3DS. Didn't do the DLC cases, though. Like, there's one where Larry shows up, apparently, in Dual Destinies. But, yeah, the first Edgeworth game's probably the one I haven't played in the longest time. It would be weird playing that after this one, though. And I have a game planned for after this one, so... Probably won't see any more Edgeworth and Phoenix action, although it would be Edgeworth, on my channel for a while. Let me know if you want to see me play other Phoenix Wright games. Even though I remember them much better than this one's blind. Other Phoenix Wright games, it will have been a while since I played, but I'll still know a lot of the plot twists, and I think I remember all the plot twists from the first game of Edgeworth, but yeah, it would definitely be closer to blind than any of the Phoenix Wright games. Let me know if you want to see other Phoenix Wright games, is my point. Enough blathering on. Excuse me. Man in black? Oh, Prosecutor Edgeworth, it's been a while. Shouldn't you be following Mr. Lang? Agent Lang, Shinfu is no longer my boss. What exactly happened? Do you remember the incident from 1 month ago? The Yatagarasu incident we had been involved with. Yeah, I remember that. Agent Lang made a major mistake back then. Did he? I don't remember. He almost aided and abetted a dangerous criminal. Certainly, it had come quite close to that at the time. Ah, yes, he almost did. Almost, though. However, he did save the day in the end. He had, like, the most badass entrance in the game ever. And it was fucking sweet. And, you know, whatever. Shifu took responsibility for what happened, and our team was disbanded.
Disbanded?
So that's what Agent Lang was talking about when he said he had become a lone wolf. Yeah, but he almost aided and abetted. He didn't actually. The right guy was caught in the end. God, this series. It's like, fucking Misty Faye. It's like, ooh, yeah, he blamed Yanni Yogi. Then Yanni Yogi got off for cases of insanity. So clearly, this means her reputation's in shambles, because the guilty party was actually just insane and therefore not guilty. That was stupid and made no sense. That entire business with her. Not referring to anything in this game or the previous game. I mean, the first Phoenix Wright game, with Misty Faye being an outcast from society, was stupid. It's like, yeah, it was him. Well, it was him, but he's not guilty for reasons of insanity. Okay, but it was still him, then. Yes, but we're still going to treat Misty Faye like she was wrong, and therefore evil and dumb. It's like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Then why are you here?
That's it. Well, I was a little worried about Shifu. It seems even now he's still chasing after them. The ghosts of 12 years past. The ghosts of 12 years past? Just what are you... I'm sorry, I've already said too much. I fucking knew it. If you'll excuse me. These ghosts Agent Lang is chasing after, do they also have something to do with this case? I don't know, maybe.
Sure sounds like it, doesn't it? Looks like everyone's left now, except for that cabbie. So, what do we do now?
Well, Miss Hart is going after the monster, and Agent Lang is going after John. We should also try approaching the case from a different angle.
What angle would that be?
We should listen to what Judge Courtney has to say.
Ah, that's right. If I'm not mistaken, Miss Courtney is...
Oh, it's been a while since
Well then, I shall take my leave here. I will be presiding over Patricia Rowland's trial.
Oh, yes. Good times. I remember her.
She said that she had a trial coming up.
Indeed, let's head off to the courthouse as well.
Okay.
Maybe if I do another Edgeworth game, I'll have Kaida, so that, I'm not solo on these voices. And multiple people working on this, so I don't do something stupid like assume the letter is a fantastic piece of evidence that tears a hole in our argument. I fully acknowledge I was reading too much into the letter. But, yeah, enough shooting myself in the foot over this. Yes, I will save the game. Wow. Actually, in court. I thought we would, like, catch her in the lobby or something. Aren't they on the wrong side? Is this not the wrong side? Aw, man, this could have been an excellent callback, Capcom. You could have had it animated like it was a Phoenix Wright game. That would have been great. Imagine. Dude, that would have been beautiful if it were animated like it was Phoenix Wright. So instead of this sort of at the side angle, it was sort of directly in front and more pixelated like the old games. Missed opportunity, Capcom.
Court is now in session. Is the defense ready?
Of course, Your Honor. We can begin whenever you want. Yeah, I'm almost positive he is on the wrong side. Like, I'm 99% positive they are on the wrong side. And I can believe the angle we see Phoenix and Edgeworth at is sort of flipped, but no, because, like, I guess it is, because from the back view of the court where we're facing the judge, we always see the witness's back in those wide shots, but yet we see the witness's front. So, wow, I guess it is. That's weird to me. Ugh. Huh. I guess maybe they are on the right side. I don't know. The prosecution has been ready from the start, Your Honor. Jill Crane, the attorney in charge of the defense, has passed on from this world. Furthermore, Sebastian de Best, prosecutor in charge, has disappeared. Ooh, right, yeah. Also, don't you think Ray is a bit of a conflict of interest in terms of defending her? He was there when we basically proved it was her. Like, that's not good for your case, Ray. Courtney was there. She saw you. That's a huge conflict of interest for Courtney. But we're not even going to talk about that. Courtney was there when she basically was admitted guilt. Like, all evidence suggested it was her. She knows you were there as well, Ray. This is a massive conflict of interest on everyone's part. And so, Francesca and Mr. Shields have taken over their duties.
Before we begin, I would like to apologize for the delay of today's trial.
Ugh, what is going on there?
As the crime took place in the prison, a place where justice is normally administered, and the defendant was the warden of the prison, further exacerbating the situation. Additional time was specially arranged to investigate and prepare for the trial. In addition, the defense attorney in charge of the case, Jill Crane, has recently passed away. Due to these circumstances, the trial was further delayed. Mr. Shields, Miss Von Karma, at this time I'd like to give you my gratitude for taking up this responsibility on short notice.
I guess this is the last job Courtney Pie's friend left behind for us, huh? Well, Uncle Ray is more than happy to help out. Although having said that, I only have enough time to skim through the case files. You were there! Wasn't he? Yeah, he was totally there. Are you okay on your end, Franny Pie? She's gonna whip you, dude.
What kind of prosecutor abandons his own case and vanishes without a trace?
Dude had a shocking revelation about his father. Cut him some slack. Well, I mean, if anyone's not going to cut him slack about shocking father revelations.
I won't allow any more delays for this trial while we wait for that foolish man to return. I have received the evidence just now. There should be no problem continuing the trial. You have my thanks. And with that, I hereby call the defendant, Patricia Rowland, to the stand.
Yay! Do I get to do... Yay! I love her voice. It's so much fun. Talk, you woman.
Now then, the prosecution will please give us their opening statement. Very well, Your Honor. The defendant...
I do like how Alex teased, like, maybe you shouldn't reuse voices. It's like, yeah, she came back. Patricia Rowland. Ooh! Oh, heaven! Please wait, Your Honor.
What is it?
Well, there's something I'd like you to fill me in on. Just what exactly am I doing in a place like this?
Then perhaps you would do well to listen to the opening statement.
So if I listen to it, I'll get it. Okay, let's hear it.
That was the plan from the start. Now if you would kindly shut up and listen.
I love Von Karma.
The incident occurred in the detention center, and the prison warden Roland is in... Whatever. The victim is Horace Knightley, who is being held in the detention center. The prosecution is certain that this woman here is the culprit. This knife is a murder weapon. This is the decisive Huh? Miss Von Karma, is something wrong? That's impossible. The evidence is...
What's wrong with the evidence, Frowny Pie? Like, again, Courtney and Ray were here for this.
The evidence. The knife's gone. The chisel...
Well, I just got message. Should I get shut up? Fucking... Hold on. Actually, this is... We'll get to a good stopping point, but this is basically the end of the episode.
The evidence. The knife's gone. The chisel with Dogan's bell attached to it is missing too.
What? Rubber. But, you know, Courtney and Ray were there. They know the evidence exists. Then again, you need to sort of set that personal aside for purely evidence law in a trial, I suppose.
Order. Prosecutor Von Karma, what is the meaning of this? I don't understand it either, Your Honor.
If there's no evidence, then I suppose there's not much reason for me to be here. Some prosecutor can't even hold on to one little piece of evidence. What a dunce!
I only received everything that the previous prosecutor had. It appears the culprit is pampered prosecutor at the boy blunder. Hey, Courtney Pie. What is it? Your Honor, considering our predicament, what say we postpone the trial until later? Really? The defense's proposal is overruled. Courtney Pie. Like, seriously? You were there, and evidence you know exists is clearly missing. Like, this is exactly the sort of situation where you would want to postpone a trial.
I know, right? It'd be troubling for me if this trial were delayed any further. I just want everyone to know that I'm innocent as soon as possible.
Innocent? I've had more than enough of your foolishness.
And besides, you don't have any evidence, right? I really call a certain saying. In court, evidence is everything, wasn't it? Since there's no evidence, that would make me innocent, isn't that right, Your Honor?
Really, Courtney? Are you behind this? That is correct.
What?
The prosecution has not produced sufficient evidence to prove the defendant guilty. As such, I hereby find the defendant, Patricia Rowland...
Hold your horses, Courtney Pie. Sorry, I had my gigantic black friend that clearly isn't me. Like, just the biggest dude you could imagine. Burly man, huge bulging muscle. Not like me at all, who's far too tiny to produce such a voice. You can't just decide her innocent all of a sudden.
Is something the matter? For the defense to object to a not guilty verdict?
Well, I mean, even you must know that the warden over there is guilty, right? Wow, Shields. Just gonna lay it all out there, huh? But I mean, he's right. It's just, you have a career. There are people watching this and like, really? This guy's a terrible attorney. You were there with us when we found the murder weapon.
Mr. Shields, a judge must remain impartial when handing...
This is why this is a conflict of interest. See, if she wasn't here, this would happen anyways, but she wouldn't be in this situation, you see.
A judge must remain impartial when handing down a verdict. That is why I cannot allow myself to get caught up in my own personal feelings.
More knowledge than feelings, but whatever.
The person who was present when the murder weapon was discovered. and the judge sitting before you now are two completely different people.
I have to agree with her, but at the same time, she should never have been allowed to be the judge in this case anyways. You're kidding, right? There is part of me that also agrees with Ray. She is clearly guilty.
I can only hand down a verdict based upon the evidence that was presented. There is evidence. It's just, well, it's not here right now, but a few minutes, that's all I need. I'll find the evidence and return to court without fail. The prosecution requests a brief recess, Your Honor.
Give her like 10 minutes. Come on, Courtney.
The defense would also like a recess, Your Honor.
Courtney Pye, please. For God's sakes.
I understand. I shall grant you your request.
Well, Justine, darling, aren't you wishy-washy today?
This court will now adjourn.
Ooh, 15, alright. Fucking paying out dividends with this recess.
During which the prosecution and the defense shall prepare for the resumption of the trial. Understood, Your Honor.
Phew, that was a close one. Why the air quotes?
Court is now adjourned.
Right, so that'll be it for this episode. Yeah, that's a good stopping place. We come back next time. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I forgot the lobby looks like this. We deal with the court in the lobby and this missing evidence for Patricia. Thanks so much for watching. I've been Tokenlad. Talk to you later. Sure, and go share. See you around, ass. Clowns.